hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Ready? 5'9". Mike 29. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check nickel. You kill.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Breeze. It's caught by Bryant. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
0-2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Ready?
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 13. 47 Mike. Smooth.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Escaping the pressure right, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Let's go, let's go. Check.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Marcus Golden with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And Lutz puts this one through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing Jones. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Hey, Alpha! Look at me! Go! Now!
Jones now, throwing on 3rd and long. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. On the return, Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Greystone travel. Mike 29. Hey, we have you on the edge.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That's it, baby.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Opposite.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
56.
From the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Slam. Huge off Porkins.
A run, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. Bryant has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this one to his running back, Wayne Gallman. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Get ready. Let's go. AT Gator.
First down.
Hey, wahoo. Mark 56. Mark 56. You got me,
Jones throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
We play to win. Let's go. Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. He's going to fire, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 22 yards. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. What's good on the extra point? And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. 17 yards and a giant first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 23 yards on the play. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. He completes it to Tate. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hall. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
53.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Jones now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Jones operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now this throw caught left side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56. Hey, Charlie. 56 to Mike. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
56 right there, 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check. First down. Get it.
This is Gallman. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Breeze to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, but the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Don't get nervous.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
You go tight. You got tight. Hey, kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Back. Jack. Switch.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the ground, this is Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. Waiting. He's checking. Crash. Check 50. Check. Kill.
Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, Zeus!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. They had the extra week of rest. That was a factor. I think this home crowd was certainly a factor as well. So this is step one done. Now they need to win next week if they want to get to the Super Bowl.
I like those two factors that you brought up. The extra week, getting the open week by being the number 2 seed, a terrific home crowd for them, coupled with really good play. That allows them now to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. One more on their way to the Super Bowl.